Hey everybody, it's Angie, CrossFit Butterfly, and I am going to take you back into my kitchen. Yep, the Butterfly Kitchen is open again. So what are we doing today? Well, guess what? We're in for a treat. I am doing a variation of spaghetti. You heard me right. We're doing spaghetti, but instead of noodles, we are going to be using spaghetti squash, and I am going to be making my own sauce. So, who's ready for it? I'm ready for it. Are you ready for it? Heck yeah, let's get to it. So I went ahead and did a little prep work before we get started. I went ahead and cut the spaghetti squash in half, and I went ahead and diced all the vegetables that we were going to use. As promised, I have my spaghetti squash cut in half. It's small to medium one, which means it'll cook pretty quickly. I have the oven on 375. I'm gonna leave a squash in there for about 30 minutes. Now I also saved the seeds. The seeds make a delicious snack and it's really healthy. I like to saute them in just a smidge of coconut oil and then put salt on them. You can do this with pumpkin seeds, the squash seeds. It's a really yummy snack. Now the vegetables for the sauce are going to be tomatoes, onions, mushrooms, and because I love heat, I'm gonna be putting jalapenos in mine. All right, guys, gotta warn you about the jalapenos if you decide to put them in there because they are completely optional. I like heat, you don't have to put them in there. But if you do decide to and you're not used to handling jalapenos, well, let me give you a little bit of caution. They're a hot pepper. If you choose to cut them with your hands not gloved, don't touch your eyes after. In fact, don't touch any sensitive skin after. You will regret it majorly. Now, not to brag, I'm from Texas. We know these things because jalapenos are like, they give them to us in the cradle or something. I don't know. I've just been eating jalapenos since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. So, but yeah, warning about the jalapenos. Careful with them if you are not used to handling them. Next, I'm going to take these beauties and I am going to put them in my oven. Yes, I'm leaving them up like this. Now, you can put them side down, but I'm choosing not to. Put them in there. Oh, this is just regular parchment paper, nothing fancy about it. Now, how long am I going to have those beauties in there? Well, I have a timer set for 30 minutes, and so I'll go ahead and check them at 30 minutes, all right? Now to get on to the other stuff. So what is a spaghetti sauce without meat? Sad. That's what it is. No offense to all the vegetarians out there. Keep doing your thing. Anyway, I like to use beef for mine. You can use turkey if that's your thing. More power to you. I personally don't like the taste of ground turkey, so I don't use it. I'll be using beef. Now, the beef I'm using is a lean beef. You can use a fattier beef if you want. That's totally your call, but I'm going to be using a beef that is pretty lean. Magical cast iron skillet. First thing I do is I go ahead and heat it up because you really do not want to put your meat in a cold skillet. That's bad juju. It's a cooking no-no. Always put the meat in a hot skillet. your meat. I'm not gonna make you stay and watch me brown meat, but yeah, brown it until done. If you need to drain it, and then take the meat out of the skillet. I'll show you in a bit what I mean and what I'll do after that. But yeah, go ahead and brown your meat. Do your thing. See you in a bit. Super pro tip. I left a little bit of the beef oil in the pan. Why? I'm gonna saute the veggies in it. Oh, yeah. And I'm gonna do that now. Cool thing, I'm gonna dump them all in there all at once because I'm awesome like that. Saute, my pretties. Saute. So just let them cook, do their thing, do it until the onions are pretty translucent. Yeah, this is pretty well where I need it to be in order to re-add the meat. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. So once you re-add the meat, you're going to mix it in really good, like I just showed you. And then you're going to let them meld together, the vegetables and the meat, but you're going to turn the heat down and you're going to add just a smidge of water. How much water? Maybe about a quarter cup-ish. Now, I really don't measure anything, so I can't be exact. It's kind of an eyeball sort of thing, but you don't want it to be too liquidy, but you want it to have enough liquid to be a little bit of a sauce. I'll show you what I mean in a second. I've reduced the heat to a low to medium to let it all meld together, and I'll leave it like that till the spaghetti squash is done to kind of give it a chance to reduce and do its magic. Now, pro tip, don't add cold water to the skillet. You'll stop the cooking process and it's just really not good for the meal. Add hot water if you're gonna add water, which you're gonna add water, so add it to be hot. All right, see you in a little bit. So guys, it is all finished. I just checked the spaghetti squash. It turns out it takes about an hour and a half to cook it that much. Who knew? Hey, it's a learning progress, and I haven't done this in a minute, and for me it's always a guessing game because I measure nothing, not even the time it takes to make a spaghetti squash. Anyway, the meat is done too, and it looks gorgeous. Look at this yumminess. So delicious. All the best. Yum nom noms. And these beauties just came out of the oven. So how do you turn those beauties into what we know that's something that resembles spaghetti? Well, you use a fork. It'll come out all spaghetti-like. I'll show you. It's magic. See? It just comes to get apart. 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 It's easier with two hands, but you see they make this little noodly looking spaghetti. Anyway, I am going to finish that up and I will come back and plate this beauty up for you guys. See you soon. Alright, as you can see, I didn't use the entire half. You could probably get another portion of spaghetti squash out of that. So this one spaghetti squash would probably feed 4 people. How awesome is that? So, doesn't that kind of look like spaghetti? That's why they call it spaghetti squash. How awesome is that? Now, for the finishing touch, our meat sauce thing. Okay, so it's not quite a sauce, but y'all know what went into it, and it's delicious. delicious. All the meats. How beautiful is this? Spaghetti squash. When you don't eat noodles, it's a great alternative for low carb, paleo. Hey, I threw out the magic P word there. But anyway, this is a very healthy meal. And hey, from the butterfly kitchen to you, yum nom noms. All the love, guys. Mwah.